Can you draft a contract with ChatGPT? The short answer is yes, but then how good is that contract? That's really what we're getting at here. I hopped onto ChatGPT and I have tried drafting some contracts. First off, it's amazing how all you have to do is ask it to draft a certain type of contract and it will. And it looks incredible. But it's kind of like me, I don't know much about cooking. If I look at a recipe, I'm not really going to know whether that recipe is going to taste great or terrible. But a lot of chefs and professional cooks could look at that and go, oh yeah, there's some problems with that recipe. And you don't really know until the recipe is done, or at least I wouldn't know. And then I taste it and I go, oh wow, that's way too much salt or whatever. And that's the problem with ChatGPT contracts right now. You don't know until there's an issue that requires you to go look at the contract and you see certain pieces are missing or weren't written the way you want. It all goes back to what should be in a contract to begin with. It should be the terms that the parties agree to. So to have some computer spit out generic or default language doesn't mean that reflects the terms that you and another party want when entering into the agreement. It also doesn't mean that all the important terms are included. When I draft a contract for a client, I spend the initial time talking with them about what are the terms that are important, and then next, what are the problems that we might foresee? Like, what are the hypotheticals where this relationship may not go well? We want to make sure then that those worst case scenarios are somehow addressed and problems are mitigated in the contract. That might be a framework for dispute resolution. It might be an agreement on how certain issues will be handled. It might deal with intellectual property rights and who owns them. So I've thought about doing a online course for people on how to use ChatGPT to draft contracts. And I'd be very interested to know if that's something that you would be interested in and want to attend and find valuable to you. A course on how to use ChatGPT to draft contracts would need to talk about what is the process to assess what terms should be in a contract, what are common mistakes in contracts, and then how do you design the prompts for ChatGPT to draft that type of contract for you. And then of course you have to look through that contract afterwards to make sure ChatGPT did it right. I think it's really cool how AI is going to improve in the future. Right now it's an incredible tool to use at the front end to kind of brainstorm, but so far I have been incredibly disappointed with ChatGPT's ability to produce high quality legal documents or legal research. In fact, the biggest problem I've had is ChatGPT just makes stuff up, it seems. Some people call those hallucinations. For example, I might say, hey ChatGPT, are there any cases that stand for the proposition that, and then I put some legal argument in there. ChatGPT says, yes, there are, and here are the cases, and here's a summary of those cases. I look at those cases and it says nothing about the issues that we talked about. I get it. ChatGPT needs to produce some results. There must be something in its programming that says produce the best content you have available rather than err on the side of precision and accuracy. Whatever it is, I don't understand the coding behind the AI software, but the computers are not yet at the point where we can rely on them for this without significant guidance, oversight, and quality control. So if you're interested in a course online about how to draft contracts using ChatGPT, I'd love to have your feedback. And if you could tell me the types of contracts that would be relevant to you, that would help me design the course in a way that would be useful to you. All right. If you have any constructive feedback, please feel free to provide that. I am somewhat new to this, and I'm working to provide value that's relevant to you as business owners and other listeners interested in entrepreneurial and business topics. It's my goal to demystify business law so that people have practical understanding and are empowered to run their business and avoid legal problems and hopefully experience a better business and a better life. If you'd like to learn more about me, you can go to aaronhall.com. If you'd like the free videos that I send out only exclusively to subscribers, you can get them at aaronhall.com/free. And if you'd like more content like this, you are welcome to subscribe to this YouTube channel, and you will be notified next time when we go live, which I expect will be quite soon here. Thanks for joining me today.